I don't really like making videos like this. I don't want to make this video, but Spotify has just taken away all the payouts for any song that gets less than 1,000 streams per year. Let's talk about it. Now, I have seen a ton of arguments on both sides of this move that Spotify has just made. Because let me just put it into layman's terms for you. Basically, the Spotify move is any song that gets under 1,000 streams per year, which is somewhere in the $3 mark. They will not pay out those songs. They will not pay to those songs or the copyright holders or the artists of those songs. And instead, all of that money that would have been paid out to all of these songs getting less than 1,000 streams per year will go into a pool that is supposed to help raise the income to real artists. Spotify is positioning this like it is a move to increase their payouts to artists. And I just don't buy it. Let me explain to you why I don't buy it. Now, first off, Spotify is one of, if not the lowest paying streaming service out there. They pay less than half of what Apple Music does, and they pay a quarter of what Tidal pays artists. So that's number one. I don't believe that they're on the artist's side. Famously, Taylor Swift kept her music off Spotify forever in protest to how little they pay artists. Meanwhile, their president or CEO or whatever, Daniel Ek, is worth hundreds of millions of dollars. So I just don't buy it. Number two, the Music Modernization Act, I think it was in 2018, 2019, passed, and it was the first formal legislation that gave songwriters a raise in like 50 years. It's the first piece of legislation that has passed to help artists make more money and be better compensated. And guess who went to court literally trying to get it overturned? Spotify and Amazon. They literally went to court trying to overturn the Music Modernization Act because they didn't want to pay artists more. They didn't want to be forced to pay artists and songwriters more. Do you see where I'm going with this? Now, currently, there are somewhere in the ballpark of 100 million songs on Spotify, and only somewhere around 37.5 million of them are above this 1,000 streams per year threshold. So that means roughly 63 million songs on Spotify will cease to get paid. They will make $0. Now, let's just do some math real quick. Let's say 63 million times $3, because if it's under 1,000 streams, then it won't get paid, and 1,000 streams is worth about $3. That is $189 million. $189 million extra. Now, obviously, not every song is going to have exactly 1,000 streams. Some of them have 2 streams. So, that number is not exactly accurate, but that's what it could be up to. Now, the people that are arguing that this is a good thing for songwriters and a good thing for artists, they think that that money is going to get redistributed to artists with over 1,000 streams. And part of Spotify's angle is a lot of distributors, if you go through DistroKid or CD Baby or whatever, and you upload a song and you make $3 off of it, there's usually a minimum dollar amount you have to make before these distributors will actually cash you out. And I think it's usually between $50 and $100. So if their argument is, if that money is not being paid out to the artist anyway, then why bother paying them at all, is literally their argument. This starts in 2024. And what I need to see in order to actually believe that this is a good thing for artists, because I don't believe it at all. Spotify went to court to try to pay you guys less money. Like, Spotify is not in the artist's corner. They never have been, and I doubt they ever will be. So the idea that they would just redistribute 100% of this money to artists, I don't buy it. We are going to need to see a doubling in the payout per stream in order for me to think that this was a legitimate thing at all. And if it's not, if we don't see like double, I'll have to run the math, but if we don't see like double the payout per stream is what they're doing now, then this means that this was just a move for Spotify to line their pockets more, to make more money. And I'm not here for that. So Spotify's positioning this as a good thing for artists to pay artists more. And there are plenty of people, seems to be about half the people debating this topic, think it's going to be a good thing for artists. But I don't buy it because Spotify literally went to court to pay you less. I don't buy that Spotify just all of a sudden turned over a new leaf, had a change of heart, and now they're in the artist's corner and they want to pay you more. I don't buy that for a second. The only reason Spotify is doing this is so they can make more money. Now, they sure as hell had better start paying artists more in order for this whole concept to even be believable by the end of 2024. And we're going to find out. It's not going to be difficult to figure out. Artists that get X amount of streams, they're going to see their pay go up. And if they don't see their pay go up in 2024, then we're going to know. So that's my take. I don't believe this is a good thing for artists because I don't believe Spotify is actually trying to pay artists more money. But I do think that in principle, even if the distributors won't cash out these small artists because they're not making enough, I think in principle, it's not okay to just all of a sudden say, you know what, we changed our mind. You're not going to make any money anymore off of your music. That's not okay because you didn't sign up for that. When you uploaded your song to Spotify 5 years ago, you didn't sign up to make $0 off of it, even if your song is not successful. Not here for it, guys. This stuff pisses me off. So what do we do about this? Well, you can stop posting your Spotify stats at the end of the year for starters. You can stop promoting your music on Spotify. You can start promoting your music on any other platform. You can start promoting your music on Apple Music, on Tidal. Even Amazon pays more than Spotify. Like, start pushing your music elsewhere. I see so many artists that the only link they share is their Spotify link. And the only thing that they push is the pre-saves on Spotify. And the only thing they share at the end of the year is how many streams their Spotify got. And I just can't wrap my head around it because Spotify has shown over and over that they're just not about the artist. They're not trying to be in the artist's corner. And it drives me nuts. And on principle alone, I would stop pushing Spotify. So that's what I would do about it. You do you. Anyway, hope you found this informative or helpful or entertaining or some combination of the three. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.